Hello and welcome to another inspiring episode here, Decode Your Mind, the channel where we dive into powerful ideas delivered in clear, impactful English. I'm thrilled you're joining me today. If you're someone eager to sharpen your English while growing as a thinker and communicator, you've landed in the perfect spot. Every episode on this channel is crafted to boost your fluency and share valuable insights to enrich your life. Today, we're tackling a topic that's more relevant now than ever: creative problem solving. Just hearing those words creative and problem solving, you might think, hold on, I'm not a creative type. Or that sounds like something for artists or tech gurus. But let me assure you, this topic is for everyone. Whether you're a student, a parent, a professional, or running your own venture, creative problem solving is a skill you're already using, even if you don't realize it. Think about it. Life throws curveballs, plans fall apart, challenges pop up, and things don't always go as expected. In those moments, it's not just about following rules or relying on what you already know. It's about thinking differently, staying adaptable, asking better questions, and finding new paths when the usual ones are blocked. That's the essence of creative problem solving. In this episode, we're going to unpack this topic from every angle. First, we'll define what creative problem solving really means and how it's different from just following a playbook or sticking to logic. Then, we'll explore why this skill is critical in today's fast-moving world, not just for work or school, but for everyday life. We'll also dive into what stops us from being creative, things like fear, perfectionism, or that inner voice whispering, "This idea won't work," and, of course, I'll share practical, real-world strategies you can start using today to think more creatively. Along the way, I'll pose some questions to spark reflection on your own experiences. This isn't just about listening, it's about growing. So, stick with me until the end. I promise it'll be practical, maybe even inspiring, and packed with clear English you can understand and apply. Take a deep breath, get comfortable, and let's unlock your creative potential together. Right here on Decode Your Mind. What is creative problem solving? So, what exactly is creative problem solving? Let's break it down in a clear and meaningful way. A problem is simply something standing in your way, something that needs a solution, and creative means tapping into your imagination, thinking in fresh or unconventional ways. So, creative problem solving is about using new ideas, flexible thinking, and sometimes bold approaches to find solutions, especially when the usual methods don't cut it. Some people think problem solving is always a straight line. Step 1, Step 2, Step 3, and voila, the answer appears. That's what we call linear problem solving. It's like following a recipe to bake a cake or assembling furniture with instructions. It works sometimes, like when you're solving a math equation or building a shelf. But what about problems that don't come with a manual? What about challenges where you don't even know where to start? That's where creative problem solving shines. It's not about rules, it's about mindset. Instead of asking, "What's the right answer?" you ask, "What are all the possible answers?" You look at the problem from different angles. You ask, "What if I try something totally new? What if the problem isn't the problem, but how I'm seeing it?" Let me paint a picture with some examples. Imagine you're hosting a dinner, but the power goes out. No oven, no microwave. Most people might feel stuck and cancel the plans. But what if you get creative? You light candles, use a camping stove, or turn it into a fun picnic-style meal with cold dishes. You transform a problem into a memorable evening. That's creative problem solving in action. Or picture yourself at work, managing a project, and a key team members suddenly can't help. Instead of panicking, you pause and think, "Can we simplify the task? Can I shift the deadline? Can someone else step in?" You're not just reacting, you're thinking outside the box, finding solutions that weren't obvious at first, even in personal relationships. Creative problem solving matters. Say you and a friend have a misunderstanding. You've explained your side, but they're still upset. Instead of arguing or giving up, you try a new approach, maybe write them a heartfelt note or suggest meeting somewhere neutral, like a cafe. Sometimes, changing the how changes the outcome. Creative problem solving isn't just about being clever, it's about being open, willing to experiment, and okay with failing and trying again. It's not always about inventing something groundbreaking. Often, it's a small shift, a new perspective, a question you hadn't asked, or combining ideas in a fresh way. Here's the key: you don't need to be an artist or a genius to be creative. Creativity shows up in how you manage your time, handle stress, or even cook dinner. It's not a talent reserved for a few, it's a skill anyone can develop. The more you practice, the more confident you become. So, the next time you face a challenge, pause and ask, is there another way to look at this? What haven't I tried yet? You might be amazed at the solutions that emerge when you give yourself permission to think differently. That's the heart of creative problem solving, not just solving problems, but growing as a thinker while you do. Why it matters more than ever. In the past, life was more predictable. People often stayed in one job for decades, followed clear paths, study, work, build a family, and problems had known solutions. You could rely on tradition, ask someone experienced, or follow established rules. But today, the world moves at lightning speed. Technology reshapes everything. Jobs evolve overnight, and we face complex issues like economic shifts, global challenges, or new ways of connecting. These aren't problems with one correct answer. They're messy, uncertain, and require flexible thinking. That's why creative problem solving is more critical than ever. Think about it. Many of today's challenges, whether it's navigating a career change, addressing climate issues, or adapting to new technology, don't have a clear playbook. We need people who can stay calm, think creatively, and find new paths forward, even in uncertainty. Creativity ain't just for creative types like artists or designers. A nurse finding a new way to comfort a patient, a teacher adapting lessons for a struggling student, or a parent making dinner with whatever's in the fridge. These are all acts of creative problem solving. Let me share a real story. During the pandemic, a teacher in a rural area faced a challenge. Her students had no internet or devices for online learning. At first, she felt stuck. How could she teach without technology? But then she got creative. She printed lessons weekly, left them at a local shop for parents to pick up, and had students send back answers by voice messages on basic phones. It wasn't high-tech, but it worked. The kids kept learning because she refused to give up. That's creative problem solving, turning limitations into possibilities. Stories like this show us that when resources are scarce, creativity becomes invaluable. It's about seeing opportunities where others see obstacles. In today's world, companies value creativity as a top skill because flexible thinkers are more valuable than rigid knowledge. But it's not just about work. In your personal life, whether you're cheering up a friend or managing unexpected expenses, creative problem solving helps you adapt and thrive. So, think back. When was the last time you faced a challenge with limited time or resources? Maybe it was at work, home, or even yesterday. Did you freeze in frustration? Or did you pause and find a new way forward? The more you practice creative thinking, the easier it becomes. In a world of constant change, it's not just helpful, it's essential. It gives you hope, strength, and the tools to keep moving forward no matter what. Mastering creativity. Skills and mindsets for modern problem solving. Creativity ain't just about wild ideas or artistic talent. It's a vital skill for today's fast-paced world. To master it, we need to go beyond thinking outside the box. We need to understand how our emotions, teamwork, habits, and even our brain can help us solve problems more effectively. First, let's talk about emotional intelligence. This means understanding your own feelings and those of others. Emotions can either block or boost creativity. Stress or frustration can cloud your thinking. But if you stay calm, You create space for new ideas. Emotional intelligence also helps when collaborating. By recognizing how others feel, you communicate better and spark better ideas together. Creativity ain't just a brain thing, it's a heart thing to next. Collaboration is key. When people with different skills, backgrounds, and perspectives work together, the results can be incredible. A team can see a problem from angles one person might miss. Collaboration requires listening, respecting diverse opinions, and being open to changing your ideas. The best creative moments often happen when people challenge each other kindly. Creativity is as much about connection as it is about individual thinking. But creativity ain't always smooth. Resilience, the ability to bounce back from setbacks, is crucial. Failure is part of the creative process. Resilient people see mistakes as learning opportunities, not dead ends. They keep trying, stay motivated, and find new ways forward, even when things get tough. Asterisk. Another key is building daily habits to support creativity. It's not about waiting for a big aha moment. Small actions like asking questions, exploring new ideas, or taking breaks to clear your mind keep your brain flexible. Reading diverse books, writing down thoughts, or trying new approaches in small ways can spark innovation over time. Finally, understanding how your brain works can boost creativity. Thanks to neuroplasticity, your brain can form new connections throughout life. Creative ideas often come when you balance focused work with relaxed thinking, like taking a walk or daydreaming. By practicing creative thinking, you strengthen those brain pathways. In short, mastering creativity means combining emotional intelligence, collaboration, resilience, daily habits, and brain-friendly practices. It's a skill anyone can develop with practice and patience. So, the next time you face a problem, tap into these tools, use your emotions wisely, connect with others, stay resilient, build habits, and let your brain grow. That's how you become a modern problem solver. Creative thinking in a connected world. We live in a hyper-connected world where ideas, cultures, and people intersect constantly, thanks to technology. This creates exciting opportunities for creative problem solving, but also new challenges. So, how does creativity thrive in this connected landscape? Let's explore how collaboration, culture, and technology shape creative thinking. Collaboration is a creativity powerhouse. When diverse minds come together, each with unique experiences and perspectives, they generate ideas no one could create alone. A team with people from different backgrounds can tackle problems from multiple angles. But collaboration isn't always easy. It requires clear communication, respect for differences, and openness to new ideas, even if they seem strange at first. When teams work well, creativity soars. Culture also shapes creativity. Different cultures approach problem solving uniquely. In some, creativity is celebrated. People are encouraged to take risks and experiment, even if they fail. In others, tradition and authority take priority, and creativity might emerge more cautiously. Neither is better or worse, they're just different. In today's globalized world, cultural perspectives mix, creating rich opportunities for new ideas. Understanding these differences helps teams collaborate and innovate. Technology can be a double-edged sword. It's a powerful tool letting us access information instantly, connect globally, or create faster. Designers use software to bring ideas to life. Engineers test inventions virtually. But technology can also distract, with endless notifications or pressure to keep up. Used mindfully, it fuels creativity. Used poorly, it stifles it. To inspire us, consider famous creative problem solvers. Leonardo da Vinci combined art, science, and invention with endless curiosity. Marie Curie overcame countless obstacles to discover elements that transformed medicine. Steve Jobs reimagined technology to change how we live. These icons show that creativity comes from curiosity, persistence, and connecting ideas across fields. In our connected world, creativity thrives through teamwork, cultural understanding, and smart use of technology. So, ask yourself, How can I collaborate better? What can I learn from different perspectives? How can technology support my ideas? Your creative journey starts with staying open, curious, and connected. The creative mind, how we think, feel, and grow creativity is a fascinating process. Blending how we think, feel, and grow. To become better problem solvers, we need to understand what happens in our brains, how emotions shape our ideas, and why resilience matters. Let's dive into the creative mind. First, the science of creativity. Our brain is a marvel, connecting logic, planning, emotions, and imagination. When we think creatively, different brain regions work together, forming new patterns and ideas. Neuroplasticity means our brain can adapt and grow throughout life. By practicing creative thinking, we build new connections, making creativity a skill we can strengthen over time. Emotions play a huge role too. Emotional intelligence, understanding and managing your feelings and others, is key. Stress or fear can block creativity, making us hesitate to try new ideas. But by staying calm and balanced, we create space for innovation. Emotional intelligence also helps in teamwork, fostering better communication and collaboration. Resilience is another cornerstone. Creative people face setbacks just like anyone else. The difference? They see failures as learning opportunities. Resilience means asking, "What can I learn?" instead of giving up. It keeps you motivated and open to new possibilities. Finally, daily habits keep creativity alive. Simple actions like writing down ideas, exploring new topics, or taking short breaks build a flexible mind. Curiosity and exploration don't need big moments. They grow through small, consistent efforts. Your creative mind thrives when you combine brain science, emotional balance, resilience, and daily habits. So, when you feel stuck, remember your brain can grow, your emotions can guide you. Setbacks are stepping stones, and small habits build big results. That's how you think, feel, and grow creatively. Unlocking innovation, tools, stories, and strategies. Innovation sounds like something for tech geniuses or inventors, but it's for everyone. It's about finding new ways to solve problems, improve life, and make things better. So, how do we unlock innovation? Let's explore tools, stories, and strategies to get there. Start with stories of innovators. Thomas Edison didn't invent the light bulb in one go. He tried thousands of times. Learning from each failure, he famously said, "I haven't failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Marie Curie's persistence led to discoveries that changed medicine. Steve Jobs used innovation to transform how we communicate. These stories show that innovation comes from curiosity, persistence, and learning from mistakes. Daily habits fuel innovation too. You don't need to invent something huge. Simple practices like asking, "Why is this done this way?" or keeping a notebook for ideas spark creativity. Exploring diverse interests, reading widely, or taking breaks keeps your mind flexible. Talking with others can also bring fresh perspectives. Technology is a game changer for innovation. It lets us research instantly, collaborate globally, and create faster. But it can also overwhelm with distractions. Use it wisely, set boundaries to stay focused, and let technology amplify your creativity, not control it. Collaboration is another key. Innovation thrives when people with different skills and ideas work together. Listening, respecting diverse views, and being open to feedback create a safe space for creativity. Many breakthroughs come from teams, not lone geniuses. Unlocking innovation means learning from stories, building habits, using technology smartly, and collaborating. It's not a rare gift, it's a skill you grow. So, next time you face a challenge, try a new question, jot down a small idea, use a tool mindfully, or ask someone for input. Innovation is within your reach. What blocks creativity? We all want to be creative, but sometimes we hit a wall, ideas don't flow, and we feel stuck. So, what blocks creativity? Let's explore the internal and external barriers and how to spot them. Fear of failure is a big one. That voice in your head saying, "What if this flops?" Or "What if I look silly?" can stop you before you start. Creativity needs experimentation. And fear kills that freedom. Perfectionism is another trap. Wanting everything to be flawless creates pressure that stifles ideas. Creativity thrives when you allow imperfection and enjoy the process. Self-doubt can also block you. Thinking, "I'm not creative," or "others are better," undermines your confidence. Even famous creators doubt themselves. The difference is they keep going. Creativity ain't about being the best. It's about being brave enough to try. Rigid thinking keeps you stuck in old habits or rules. It's like taking the same route every day. Even if it's slow, creativity means exploring new paths, asking questions, and stepping outside your comfort zone. External blocks matter too. Pressure to be right from school, work, or family discourages risk-taking. Mistakes are often punished, but many breakthroughs come from trial and error. Judgment from others, or even yourself, can silence ideas. A teacher's comment or a friend's laugh can plant doubt that grows over time. These blocks fear, perfectionism, doubt, rigid thinking, pressure, judgment are like mental roadblocks. But once you notice them, you can start to move past them. Ask, am I scared to fail? Am I aiming for perfection? Am I judging my ideas too soon? Naming the block weakens it. Then, reframe your thinking. Instead of "I'm not creative," say, "I'm learning to be creative." Instead of "this must be perfect," say, "let's see where this goes." Creativity needs space to breathe. So, when you feel stuck, take a deep breath. Give yourself permission to try and trust that the block isn't permanent. You have the power to clear the way. Shifting your mindset. Know that we know what blocks creativity. Let's talk about how to break through, starting with your mindset. Your mindset is the lens through which you see challenges, successes, and failures. It can either limit you or set you free. Shifting it is one of the most powerful ways to become a creative problem solver. Asterisk. Psychologist Carol Dweck introduced to mindsets. Fixed and growth. A fixed mindset believes your abilities are set. You're either good at something or not. People with this mindset say, "I'm not creative," or "this is too hard," and give up easily. Failure feels like proof they're not capable. A growth mindset, however, believes you can improve with effort. These people say, "I'm not good at this yet," or "I can figure this out." They see challenges as chances to learn and mistakes as part of growth. So, which mindset do you lean toward when things get tough? Be honest. When a plan fails, do you think, "Why me?" or "What can I learn?" This shift, called reframing, gives you power. For example, if you're learning a skill like writing or coding and mess up, a fixed mindset says, "I'm not cut out for this." A growth mindset says, "What went well? How can I improve?" Reframing doesn't ignore the problem, it sees it as a challenge, not a dead end. This shift is vital in today's fast-changing world. Technology, careers, and even languages evolve constantly. A fixed mindset leaves you stuck. A growth mindset keeps you adaptable. It's not always easy. Stress or frustration can pull you back to old patterns. But mindset is a practice. Every challenge is a chance to choose curiosity over fear, to ask, "What's another way?" instead of "Why is this so hard?" Try this. Next time you're stuck, pause and ask a new question. Instead of "I can't do this," try, "How can I approach this differently?" Small changes in your inner dialogue can spark big results. Your mindset shapes your creativity, and you have the power to shape your mindset. Real life strategies for creative thinking. Okay, you get why creative problem solving matters, and you're working on your mindset. But what can you do to think more creatively? The good news: there are practical tools you can use every day, even in small moments. Let's dive into some strategies. Brainstorming is a classic. Write down every idea that comes to mind, no matter how wild, without judging them. The goal is to break free from usual thinking. You can sort the ideas later, but first, let them flow. Mind mapping is great for organizing scattered thoughts. Start with a central idea, say, time management. Draw branches to related ideas like to-do lists or distractions, and keep expanding. It helps you see connections and makes big problems feel manageable. What if questions spark imagination? Ask, what if I solved this with no budget? Or what if I explained this to a child? These push you to think beyond the obvious. Reverse thinking is another gem. Instead of how do I fix this, ask, how could I make this worse? Then do the opposite. For example, to improve a presentation, ask, how would I bore the audience? Long slides, no visuals. Now flip it. Use engaging visuals and concise points. Lateral thinking involves indirect approaches. Challenge assumptions or combine unrelated ideas. For instance, online shopping was born when someone questioned the need for physical stores. Here's a story to show it in action. Meet Sam, who runs a small coffee shop losing customers. He tries ads and discounts, but nothing works. Feeling stuck, he brainstorms new drinks, live music, loyalty cards, even a bring your pet day. He uses mind mapping to connect ideas and realizes his shop could be a community hub. He starts a weekly coffee and chat event with free coffee and open mic nights. Within weeks, the shop is buzzing not just for coffee, but for connection. Sam's solution came from slowing down, exploring, and trying something new. You can use these tools daily. Stuck on dinner, brainstorm with what's in your fridge. Can't focus, mind map what's distracting you. In conflict, try reverse thinking to see your role and fix it. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes. Creativity and magic hits curiosity. Trial and error. So, take one creative step today. The solution you need might be just one new idea away. The power of curiosity and play. When was the last time you tried something just to see what would happen? Not to succeed or impress, but just to explore. For many adults, it's been a while, and that's a problem because curiosity and play are creativity's best friends. As kids, we're naturally curious. We ask why endlessly, experiment without fear, and play just to discover. But as adults, we're taught to be serious, efficient, and right. Schools often reward correct answers, not original ones. Cultures may prioritize logic over imagination. Slowly, we stop asking questions, stop exploring, and lose the playful spark. But creativity thrives on curiosity. Without it, we don't ask what if. Without play, we miss accidental discoveries. Many breakthroughs come from play. Post-it notes were born when a scientist accidentally made a weak glue and explored its potential instead of tossing it. In science, art, or business, innovation often starts with someone wondering, what if we tried this? Companies like Google give employees playtime for personal projects. Leading to major innovations, curiosity and play differ across cultures. Some encourage bold experimentation, others value tradition, so creativity may be quieter. But wherever you are, you can nurture curiosity. Read something new. Ask why instead of accepting the status quo, or try a silly experiment, like speaking English in a funny accent to practice. Give yourself permission to play without knowing the outcome. That's where creativity lives, in the space between I don't know and let's find out. So, when was the last time you explored just for fun? Try it today. Ask a new question. Tweak a routine or play with an idea. Your best solutions often hide in the questions you haven't asked yet. Practice, progress, and patience. You live in a fast world, craving instant results. But creative change takes time. 3 things make it happen: practice, progress, and patience. Practice is about showing up, learning to ride a bike, speak a language, or solve problems creatively. Doesn't happen in a day. You try, fail, adjust, and try again. Practice means experimenting regularly, even when results are small. Progress, not perfection, is the goal. Most breakthroughs come from small steps, not giant leaps. Confucius said, "It does not matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop." Every attempt builds knowledge and strength. Patience is the hardest part. We want quick wins, but creativity doesn't follow a schedule. Your best ideas might come after 10 failed tries. That's not failure, it's learning. For example, if you're improving your English and stumble in a conversation, don't quit. Each attempt trains your brain. Fluency comes gradually, not instantly. Don't compare your journey to others. Overnight success often takes years of quiet effort. Celebrate small wins, asking a better question, staying calm in a challenge, or trying a new idea. These are signs you're growing. So, if you're feeling stuck, remember, practice brings progress, and progress takes patience. Keep going, stay kind to yourself, and trust that every step counts. As we wrap up, let's reflect. We've explored what creative problem solving is, not just being artistic, but finding fresh ways to tackle challenges. We've seen why it's vital in today's fast-changing world, where problems demand flexible thinking. We've identified creativity blockers: fear, perfectionism, doubt, and how to move past them with a growth mindset. We've shared tools like brainstorming, mind mapping, and what if questions to spark ideas. And we've emphasized curiosity, play, practice, progress, and patience as the keys to lasting creativity. Now, I invite you to reflect. What's one area in your life that could use more creative thinking? A work project, a relationship, your English journey. What would happen if you approached it differently? What new question could you ask? Here's your challenge. Take one creative step this week. Try a new approach. Ask for someone's perspective, or play with an idea. Even a small step can open big possibilities. Thank you for spending this time with me. I hope this episode sparked ideas, challenged you, and reminded you that creativity is already within you, waiting to grow. If you found this helpful, share your thoughts. What stood out? What do you want to explore next? Leave a comment, send a message, or share this with a friend who needs a creative boost. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing to Decode Your Mind for more content to grow your English and your mindset. Until next time, stay curious, stay patient, and keep creating. Asterisk.